Good.
You just called the West as a bit wild at the moment, right? And this is a Western Conference take. Look, I'll get right to the point here. There is no way in hell the Memphis Grizzlies are going to win the ring this year. Okay, it just it just that blows my mind how that you can have your best player suspended and the drama that surrounds them at the moment, and none of it is really basketball related. That they're going to go all the way. I just cannot see the Grizzlies winning it all this year.
Okay. So this is good. Not only because I want to start cooking dinner soon because I'm getting hungry, but also because this is essentially a piggyback on your take with my own take. So I'm looking at the standings currently. So we have Nuggets in first place, and I think we can safely assume they'll stay there. We have Grizzlies and Kings at second and third, respectively, with the exact same record. The Suns at fourth, 5 wins back on this point, and probably not catching. And the Clippers basically tied with them for fifth. Mavericks sixth, which are 2 wins down. Warriors, which are tied at seventh. And Thunder and Timberwolves at eighth and ninth, and kind of toying for that. My take, on top of your take, that Memphis isn't going to win it, I actually think, because of how wild the West is, the top four teams, yes, I'm putting my beloved Suns into this because of the question marks around Kevin Durant's injury here. I think any of the top four teams could easily be eliminated in the first round. And I would not be shocked if we see at least two or three of those scenarios play out because you have teams like the Clippers, Mavericks, Warriors, and even the feisty Thunder, but maybe I can rule them out. But you've got three teams there that have proven they know how to eliminate teams in the playoffs, and they have high caliber players that could easily give you a trouble in a 7 game series.
Look, there's many ways you can spin this. You're sort of broadening it that you're saying that all the four teams can't win it. I'm sort of more saying specifically that I don't know when if you think back in the history of the NBA, when has been so much negative press and negative headlines around a team and ultimately around their superstar player right now who still is out and probably out for another game or two, perhaps, while he works back into game shape. Okay. That comes back at this point of the season, okay, which now is late March, and somehow strings it all together to win it all. I just can't see it happening. I'd be shocked. I'd be shocked if the Grizzlies won it all, even though they have the talent. Okay, this year has been too much of a distraction for them to be able to close the deal. That's really what I'm saying here. Um, Look, I don't know. I guess I'm high on the Kings. You know, look, the Suns. Ultimately, what you sort of read out, and those teams will obviously shift and change on any given day with the closeness of the standings. It's going to boil down to health. Okay, it's going to boil down to health. Okay, is KD healthy? Is Kawhi healthy? Are the Warriors healthy? Is Luka healthy? Okay, these are all questions, and let's assume everybody is healthy. Well, it's going to be wild, I guess.
I think I think also there's some deception in the records. So when you move over to the East, for example, you've got if New York Knicks were in the Western Conference, they're instantly the fourth seed and battling for the third and second. You've got the Cleveland Cavaliers that would be clear second. And then the top three in the East are actually on par or better than Denver Nuggets. So, what we have is we have a very top heavy East with three teams seriously considered. And then you have the West, in which all eight teams, or maybe 7 out of 8 teams, have a legitimate cause. So you're right. We could really labor this point. What are the concerns around each team? And for the Grizzlies, they probably, if not for this Ja Morant situation, they probably have the least amount of concern surrounding them, right? Because they've been there once before with the chip on their shoulder. They've got that rivalry going with Golden State, but they're actually winning those games. Like irrelevant of how we feel about Dylan Brooks, like they are winning those games. So that's their first round matchup if that occurred. But yeah, you're right. Ja Morant's going to miss 11, 12 games. Is this a tactical rest if I felt like being conspiracy based? I don't know. But Memphis is exploitable. We know that for a fact. And them going up against the Warriors, irrelevant of the regular season record, that's where you feel like the Warriors would hone in, figure it out, psych them out, which they actually did last year anyway, because a lot of people had Memphis pegged as the team that could have done it, and ultimately they didn't. So, yeah, look, totally agree with you. It's going to be a fun West, however it shakes up.
Yo, this is Two Guys with Spare Time. I'm Fowles, this is Nick. You're probably a basketball fan like us, so hopefully you can throw us an assist and giving our video a like and subscribing to our channel.
And if you got thoughts, feelings, or even some suggestions, please put them down in the comment section below. And thank you for using your spare time to watch us in our spare time.